I'm Binti Ahmad. I'm from Group 3 and my supervisor is Encik Rizwan.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Shazmin Arif bin Abdul Syukur and my matrix number is 01 DKM18F2053.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Amir Hifzan bin Afanizam and my matric card number is 01 DKM18F2060. For the first is the introduction. In the introduction is divided into 6 parts, namely research background, research objective, research question and the others. In the research background, we have identified that DK2 has a relatively large area and it is difficult to sanitize in certain areas such as high place.
So for the methodology, we choose the questionnaire as our research instrument. We have selected 2 types of analysis, namely pie chart and bar graph.
So, this is our questionnaire for the janitor to know what are the problems are they facing during cleanliness and sanitation at DK2.
Okay, this is our questionnaire result and analysis. Okay, this graph shows the responses on what is the level of cleanliness of decayed work. Okay, from the pie chart, it is clear that the majority of janitor responses are said good about the cleanness of decayed work, as much as 62%, and the remaining 39% say excellent. So the conclusion is decayed work still maintained in hygiene. Okay, the next pie chart shows the responses on how many janitors needed to clean and sanitize decayed work. Based on the pie chart, the most of janitors said 2 are needed for clean and sanitize decayed work, but the certain janitors say 3, maybe to speed up the work and further facilitated the work, and the remaining 1.
This pie chart shows us the responses on the level of difficulty for sanitation in the upper part of the DK2. First, 15.4% respond that it was easy to sanitize the upper part. Secondly, the 38% say it was normal. 4.5% said it was not hard to sanitize the upper part, and lastly 23.1% said that it is really hard to sanitize the upper part of the DK2. So the next one is the responses on do you use a ladder to sanitize the upper part. 23% of the respondents said they not using a ladder to sanitize the upper part. So the remaining 77% of the respondents said they use a ladder to sanitize the upper part. So the next one is the bar graph that shows us the responses on what is the equipment do you use during to sanitize the DK2. The highest percentage of the respondents said they use sanitizer spray to spray the sanitizer in the DK2, and 38.5% is using ladder to sanitize the upper part of the DK2, and the lowest percentage of the responses is they are using the rag to cleaning the DK2.
From what we have seen, this is a pie chart about using a ladder while sanitizing the upper part. There are 61% who agree that the use of stair while sanitizing the upper part is dangerous, and the remaining 39% who say that the use of stair is harmless. Next is a pie chart about respondent respond on how often you sanitize the DK2. There were 61% saying that they do sanitize after DK2 is used, while 31% 31% answer that they do sanitize once a week, and 8% do it every day. And the last pie chart is about how much time they take to do the sanitation. The highest percentage is 63%, which is 20 minutes to 30 minutes. 30% said that they took 30 minutes or more, and the lowest percentage is 12%, which is 5 minutes to 20 minutes. So this is our house of quality. There are 6 types of customer requirement, which is cheap, light not heavy, safety, can reach higher part, easy to use, and sanitizer. So we came up with our technical requirement, which is operational light, portable, lightweight, motorized, controller, can fly, sanitizer sprayer, plastic fan, and fan barrier. So the total of the operational light is 2, and portable is 1, lightweight is 2, motorized is 2, controller is 3, can fly is 2, sanitizer sprayer is 3, plastic fan is 2, and the last is fence barrier is 2.
Next one is the design concepts. We have sketched 3 types of the designs. So the first design is it has 2 nozzles and it has 1 container at the back. Okay, the second design is it has 360 degrees of spinning nozzles, and it has 2 sanitizers container, and it has fan barriers. Okay, the third design and the last design is it has 4 nozzles at every corner of the drone, and it has 1 sanitizer container and it is located at the bottom of the main body. This is a hue chart. Hue chart is to compare the designs and come up a decision to choose the best designs. Based on the 3 designs, we find out that the best design is design 3. It is because from the weightage, we find out it is the highest weightage from the other 2 designs. These are the 4 designs: the original design and design 1, design 2, and the design 3. This is our hue chart, and we compare our 3 designs with the original designs, and it has same technical requirements, which is the sanitizer sprayer, controller, motorized, and plastic fan. The first design and the original design had the same weightage, which is -4. The design 2 and the design 3 has slightly different of their weightage, which is the design 2 have 1 and the design 3 has 2. So we conclude that the design 3 is the best design.
This is a sanitizing drone design that we sketched using Inventor software. As you can see, we use a large drone so that is easy to lift the load. In addition, there are 4 nozzles used and have been placed in the 4 corners of the drone. Then we place the sanitizing container under the main body of the drone so that it becomes stable.
Slide is the parts of drones sanitizing. The first part drone is a small aircraft that are controlled by using a controller, and then the next part is sanitizer container. Is a storage for sanitizer, and the next part is nozzle, a cylindrical or round spout at the end of part hose or tube used to control a jet of gas or liquid. And the next part is operation light, a LED light that are very efficient.
This is a design that has been exploded. As you can see, the material we use on the drone and also the sanitizer container is UHMW. Lastly, we use carbon steel on all 4 nozzles. Next is the bill of material. There are 3 parts, namely frame, transmission and also control. In the first part of the frame is the body part, screw, hose, nozzle, sanitizer container and container holder. Next is the transmission, namely blade, motor and rotor blade. Lastly, which is the red light button, green light button and drone controller.
This is fabrication flow chart slides, and this flow chart shows our process of the projects.
This is proposed estimated cost, which is the budget we need to produce sanitizing drone. The first is a drone. We estimate the price of a drone that fit this project is priced at Rm450 ringgit. Next is the sanitizer container, which is Rm10 ringgit. Then 4 nozzle that costs Rm20 ringgit and also operation light that costs Rm8 ringgit. Water-based sanitizer is priced at Rm60 ringgit and hose is Rm6 ringgit. The total of the materials needed is Rm555 ringgit. What we get from this project is first, technical requirements, customer requirements, design concept comparison, and the last is proceed to project 2 in semester 5.
The next slide is the Gantt chart. So we start our project classification at week 1 until the week 2. Then we start our proposal preparation from week 2 until week 5. Then we start our literature review from week 5 until week 7. Then we start our methodology research from week 7 until week 10. Then we writing our proposal from week 10 until week 13. Then we start our presentation at week 14 and week 15.